RIP NYC. Yes, rest in peace. Muslim communist Zohran Mamdani wins New York City mayoral race. I'm not going to feel bad for New York for what they got coming because they voted for this. They voted for an openly socialist. Well, really, he's a communist, but y'all know they're all one and the same. They take other people's money until they run out of other people's money, and then they end up running places into the ground. We have already a bunch of test cases from socialist Russia to Cuba and all these other places where we know that socialism and communism is bad. But the Democrats, they lurched farther left, and they're gonna ruin, I think, a once great city. And that's bad news for New York. Good news for me, because I'm going to have a lot more content covering this dude for the next 4 years. I'm definitely interested. I'm excited about that, because watch all the content that's going to be coming from this dude as he slowly destroys New York. So we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. There you'll find a link to my Patreon. That's where I'll talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report, what an absolutely sickening night. Not only have Republicans won the governor races in Virginia and then New Jersey, it now appears that Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist Communist candidate, will win the mayoral race in New York City. The race changes New York City in ways that people have not even considered yet. I have considered it. People are gonna flee New York, man. It is donezo for New York City. Decision Desk HQ called the race at 9:03. That's Eastern Standard Time. It says Decision Desk HQ projects Zohran Mamdani to win New York City mayoral election. The Hill has also called the race. They said Mamdani wins New York City mayoral race. Zohran Mamdani has won the race for New York City mayor, according to Decision Desk HQ, ushering in a new era of progressive politics in the city and reigniting the debate over the Democratic Party's future. Again, now this is going to be the end of the Democrat Party. Oh my gosh. Mamdani, a 34-year-old so-called Democratic Socialist, we all know communist, is poised to become the first millennial and first Muslim to lead New York City after a campaign that pulled off one of the most stunning political upsets in recent memory. He defeated former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who mounted a long-shot independent bid after losing to Mamdani in the Democratic primary, and Republican Curtis Sliwa in his bid to succeed Mayor Eric Adams. But the problem here is they didn't really have any viable candidates. I don't think Sliwa was a good candidate, and definitely Cuomo is not a good candidate. We all remember what he did to New York during the COVID-19 outbreak. Just awful. Here's the results. Benny Johnson said communist Zohran Mamdani officially projected to win the NYC mayoral race. According to Decision Desk, they actually did it. They elected a communist. New York is screwed. Yes, they are. So according to this, he got 51% of the vote. The Democrat Party is gone. It is over for them. Nick Sorter, he said, breaking, Zohran Mamdani has won the NYC mayoral race, defeating Andrew Cuomo. Per Decision Desk, NYC will now be under the rule of a Uganda communist. The only hope for the city now is people wake up and vote Republican after Mamdani bankrupts the place. Pray for New York. I'm not Honestly, I'm not going to pray for New York because they voted for this and they're going to get the repercussions that come with that. I am not visiting NYC anytime soon. Not under this man's rule. Robbie Starbucks sees a silver lining. He said, the bad news for good people in New York City is that Mamdani won, but the good news for the rest of America is that Mamdani won. That's what I'm saying. Why? He will define Dems as a communist party. That's what I was alluding to. Teach the country a lesson about why socialism and communism sucks, so we don't try it nationally. Isn't that what I've been saying since Mamdani became the forerunner? I've been saying that this will be a test case for us to point at and be like, look, this is why, kids, socialism is bad. This is why we don't need to go down this route. It destroys, it eats everything that it devours everything around it. No one is successful or succeeds under socialism or communism. It kills incentive. Some people have suggested that a Mamdani win will be bad news for New York's Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul. But even if that's true, it does not change how absolutely terrible this is for New York City and the nation as a whole. The Bernie AOC wing of the Democrat Party will be enabled by this and will become much bolder and outspoken. They will spin this as a mandate and more Democrats will become even more radicalized. It was a bad night for the country. And like, again, I kind of agree with that. I kind of don't. We'll see how this plays out. Y'all know how I feel about this. This is going to be a bunch of great content for me in the future. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.